Hey guys, what is going on? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back with another review. That's right. I'm going to be reviewing Forza Horizon 3. Now I know this is a little bit late, but I wanted to pretty much experience everything Forza Horizon 3 has to offer. I didn't just want to play it for a few hours and give my review. So yeah, I've put in, I would say, about 50 hours in this game. I pretty much have done everything that you can do, except for, I think I have like 40 more championships to go. But those are pretty much the exhibitions races again. So I feel like, you know, I can accurately talk about my experience with the game. And right off the bat, you know, I am gonna say that this is the best racing game I've ever played, bar none. Like, I don't think there's a game. Arcade racer, obviously. I don't like sim racers, so I'm not going to compare this game to the Forza Motorsport series or Gran Turismo's, because I don't like those. But of all like the Need for Speeds and the other Forza Horizons, the arcade style racers of this genre, I believe that this is the best one that they've ever done. Essentially, I was transfixed for the 50 hours of time. I mean, even my friends would be like, dude, all you're playing is Forza. And that's right. I could not put this game down. I adore this game. And let's look at like the first thing you're gonna notice when you load up the game is the way the game looks, the graphics. This game is phenomenal looking. It's got probably the best looking game on the Xbox One. Maybe Gears 4 is a little bit better. Rise still looks really good. But for what they're doing in this game, an open world racer, you know, like Gears is more linear, Rise is linear, this game is absolutely gorgeous. And it's helped because there's different types of tracks and scenarios to go through. Like right here, you're driving through the jungle, and the foliage is all green and the sunlight's coming through. And then later on, you'll be driving through like a desert area or the pink lakes, or the city, and each of them has their own kind of color palette, and it really helps the game shine in that regard. So the game is really, it's a looker. Like, it is one of the best looking games out there. Secondly, the gameplay. One of the things that most important to a game. How does the game play? And it's impeccable. The gameplay in this game is, I can't think of another game racing-wise that matches this. Every car drives differently. Every single car. You know, I don't have every single car, but I mean, I usually race like 40 different cars, and each one of those 40 different cars feels different. Like the Lamborghini Aventador handles differently than, you know, the Nissan Skyline or whatever, the Rolls Royce. There's so many different options here to choose from, and it's amazing to me that each one of these cars handles differently than the other. And it's, you know, you'll be driving down a straightaway, and you'll just hit that, you know, the e-brake, and you'll just drift a corner, and a smile will just appear on my face because it's just fun. It's just a lot of fun, and that's in part because the game plays fantastically. So let's talk about like what the setup of what's going on in this game. Essentially, you are the leader of the festival. Like, you are, you know, already the boss. Where in Forza Horizon 1 and 2 you were the up-and-comer. Well, now you can decide what you want to do. So the whole point of this is you do events, expositions, PR stunts, things like that to get fans. And the more fans you get, you know, you can build your festival, and, you know, when you build it, you get access to more events. So in the beginning, when you're doing that, like you get like the upgrades pretty fast and furious, and that slows down after a while. But in the beginning, when you're getting them and you're constantly upgrading your festival sites, it can seem a little daunting at first. Like, you look at the map, and the map is pretty gigantic, and it's like, wow, look at all these events I have to do. Look at all these PR stunts, and that's a great feeling. To me, at least, being overwhelmed at first by like all the options you can do. Like, I can go race over this race over on this side, or there's this PR stunt, I want to get the 3 stars in the drift. There's a lot of content here, and that is something that is sorely lacking in a lot of other games. And not only that, but each one of the races in this game you can do in co-op with up to 4 friends. You don't have to. It's just one of the things you can do. So if you feel up to it, you can play with your friends in the co-op campaign, or you can start an online adventure, and you can just screw around with your buddies. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, I played with Kramer a bunch, I played with Maka a bunch, and good times were had by all. Not necessarily the way I like to play my Forza, but I'm sure other people out there would be like, hey, let's go through all these races together as a crew, and you can do that, and the option's there, and it's really great. So, as you can see, like driving along here, I'm getting these kudos. Oh, well, sorry, not kudos points, but skill points. So you accumulate these as you drive, and then you can unlock perks. One of the gripes I have, though, with the skill system is that they hide away perks that are essential. Because the map is really huge, you essentially want to get... After a certain amount of time, I don't really want to drive around the map anymore. I just want to get to what I want to get to. I want to do a drifting event. If I want to do a championship, I just want to go there. Sure, in the beginning, I don't mind driving to and from an area to get to know the map, but later on, it becomes tedium, and they kind of hidden the fast travel anywhere thing in the... you have to... It's like 15 skill points or whatever. That's kind of was annoying, but you know, you live with it, and eventually when I got that, I did use that to fast travel anywhere. So, I mean, some of the things I didn't like about the game, which not that many, there's really going to sound like nitpicking, is that, let's see, the map. To filter events out, sometimes you'll say, I just want to show, you know, the PR stunts. Eventually, after a while, they'll put all the events back in, and it makes it annoying to sort through. I know that sounds like a nitpick, and it is. And don't worry, I'm not really docking the game much for that. I'm just saying that annoyed me after playing the game for 50 hours. Because I literally have beaten all the exhibition races. I've 3-starred all the PR stunts. I've done like everything in the game. It just became annoying after a while. Speaking of the PR stunts, I'm not really a big fan of them. Of actually incorporating them into the story to try to like get fans. Like, they were cool as just like where you would like, oh, which one of my friends can set the best time in the speed zone or whatever. But to actually have like it ranked now, we're 1, 2, and 3 stars, I thought that was a little bit much, because like I said earlier, yeah, in the beginning when you're leveling up your festival, yeah, in the beginning it's fast and furious, but later on becomes a little bit of a grind. And once you do the exhibitions and all that stuff, and the championships are just the exhibitions again, so that's kind of like lame in my opinion. Then your only recourse is to do the speed traps and the speed zones and the danger signs and the drifting. And some people aren't going to be good at the drifting, you know. And you know, pro tip, guys, if you want to do all of those different types of things, like get the 3 stars and the drifting, Maka has a good guide if you wanted to use that. Otherwise, like, use Raceboy 77's tuning things. That's another thing. Like, to get 3 stars on a lot of these things, you're gonna have to tune your car, and I never really did in the other ones because it really wasn't required. But in this one, if you want to get the 3 stars, you're gonna have to get tunes. The achievement wise, you know, it's probably gonna take you 60 hours to get all the achievements in the game, which is way less than the other Forzas, so that's nice. Yeah, so I mean, like, that's it. Like, nitpicking, like, what would I give this score? I definitely would give it a 9.5. It's gonna be in my top 5 for sure for game of the year. I adore this game. I think fans of the racing genre should buy this game because I think they'll love it. I think fans of the Xbox One, if you're an Xbox player and you know you may not be into racing games, I say try the game. Not necessarily buy it outright, but I think people out there who aren't really on the fence with racing games really might enjoy this one. But if you are a racing fan, you owe it to yourself, not only, not going to say buy the game, but you owe it to yourself to play this game. So yeah, 9.5 for me. One of the best Forza game in my opinion. One of the best releases of the year. One of the best games on the Xbox One, period. I loved it. That's it for me. All my information's in the description of the video, guys. If you want to follow me on Twitter and Twitch, and we do the podcast Monday nights. I'll be dropping another video tomorrow about Gears of War. Some people ask me, like, hey, what's in the season pass? Well, I'll show you guys some of that stuff, and I'll drop my impressions in a different video on Gears of War as well. Alright, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed the Forza review, and I will see you tomorrow. Later.